issue, couple run-ins, needed 2 last-minute subs, but we're ready to get this started, ready to get going. Mythic is out, Chad is in. Say hello, Chad. Alright, you just spoke and then immediately went dead silent.
Did I? Oh.
You did.
Okay.
You're back. I turned him up a little bit in the Discord because supposedly he has been a little difficult to hear. So if he's a bit too loud, just complain about it in Twitch chat and I won't read it.
Yeah,
today,
I'll go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, today we have Rho-Aias versus Emotional Damage. Rho-Aias looking to try and get some points to take over first place once again as they sit in second. Puppies and Kittens has actually managed to catch up to them in second place, so they definitely want to try and get some points to create that buffer once again. Meanwhile, we have Emotional Damage, who are looking to play Spoiler today, and we're going to a fun map today. It's not Chalet, it's not Oregon, it's not Club. It's going to be Skyscraper. Thank God.
It's been a while since we've seen a new map.
It has been a while since we've seen a new map, and I'm very excited. Skyscraper is a map I actually really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Not like one of my personal favorites, but it's a good map. I think it's a perfectly fine map. For the side of Rho-Aias, we have Prefire, Maven, and Nova, but subbing in for Not Okay and Sardine, we have Gerard and Teal Banana, your teammate, actually.
Yeah, she's my teammate.
Yeah, and over on the side of Emotional Damage, we have Rory, Gluteus Maximus, Geo, Mommy Marks, and I'm Just Relic, aka Relic. I believe that is all correct. I believe that is all up to date. But we are running a bit late, so I'm going to go ahead and try and just get directly into this game. Let's see, let me start streaming to you on the Discord. There we go, and let's get started! Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Alright, we have the side of Rho-Aias starting on defense and Emotional Damage starting on attack. I personally think Skyscraper is probably an attacker-sided map.
We'll have to see. There's some good setups you can do for defense here, so honestly, I think it's pretty even.
We shall see. This is Bro League, after all.
That is true. We get a Finka ban straight up.
You get a Finka ban just right out the gate from the side of Rho-Aias. It looks like everyone is starting to ban Finka. They just don't want to deal with it.
Also, in all chat there, are we having a knife fight round one?
We remember knife fight. All caps. We very well might.
A little interesting with how many subs, but...
It is a little interesting. This will be, you might see a knife fight tomorrow as well.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows? You know, you'd have to ask the people playing in the game. Who could they be?
Yeah. Yeah. And just default Jackal mirror bans. I don't really like the Jackal ban on most maps, especially Skyscraper. It's too linear that he doesn't really get too much out of it.
I agree with that. It is a rather small match, though.
And what was the last ban we saw? Capcan. Interesting.
This man was Capcan. Looks like a lot of people just don't want to be dealing with Capcan.
Yeah, he's an annoying operator if you don't like checking your doors. But we are seeing the Pulse and a barbecue kitchen start. How do you feel about that?
You know what? I'm all for it. Let's see some crazy stuff.
Yeah, now if they are doing the knife fight, then this doesn't matter. But if they aren't, I really like this setup being brought by the defense here. They have some good operators to roam off, hold that geisha side from above, and they should be able to hold the entire half of the map with that.
Very true. We do get to now see... Oh, no, it's going to be a knife fight, I just realized.
Yes, it is.
You and I were both talking about what amazing strategies are they going to bring out here. Completely forgetting.
Yeah, we knew the knife fight, but I was hoping.
Should we do a top-down view of the knife fight? I think that would probably be best.
Yeah, we'll see. If they do 1v1s, we might take some perspectives, but otherwise probably a top-down.
Probably just a top-down, indeed.
I wonder where this is going to happen. On the helipad or just out here in Courtyard?
I think the plan is for it to happen on a helipad, which means there'd be the helicopter there. It looks like one of the members of Emotional Damage didn't get the message.
And who would that be?
I don't no. It looks like they spawned... Oh, no. Are they AFK? No, there we go. It's Geo running up. Waiting to set it up. Alright.
They have to get closer.
They do have to get a little bit closer. Here we go.
Here we go.
Okay, there is... oh, Maven tries to... Maven tried to cheat it a little bit and ends up getting cut down. Rory gets another... Rory gets two... Oh my goodness!
And Rho-Aias just... Or not Rho-Aias. Emotional Damage just showing their knife skills. Wow.
A hell of a first round from Emotional Damage. They'll surely carry this momentum.
Yeah. That was a real quick knife fight. I expected to see some zoning going on there, but...
That was a very quick... Maven tried to be sneaky with it. He backed away from the air jab. When it went off, it didn't catch him, and then he sprinted right at it. But they managed to get him.
And two of the defenders did that, actually, not just him.
Yep.
But neither one got their pick.
Okay, so we do now get to see this next defensive round. Curious, we're regular now. All right.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being...
Gee, this is almost exactly what might happen tomorrow.
Yeah, Draco, what's going on there?
He's bringing the Caveira. We do see Nova bringing the Aruni. Oh, he's wearing that like neon skin too for Cav. The one that came with the SI, whichever one it is.
Yeah, SI 20.
I think so. I think SI 2021, give or take.
2021, maybe. I thought it was the first stadium time, which I think was 2020, but it could have been 2021. However, pretty good mix of defenders here, but they're not bringing wall denial.
They don't seem to be bringing wall denial either. This looks like a very aggressive lineup.
Yeah. The only thing I will say is wall denial isn't really good when there's both a Maverick and a Thatcher on the attack here.
Agreed.
So, not a problem for them right now.
Yeah, really, realistically, the moment you leave that Thatcher up, you're basically, the walls are going to get open anyway, so you might as well bring a different utility.
Yeah. And they're playing really aggressive over here in Exhibition. Into Cav.
Indeed. Does sound like Mommy Mark
office wall?
Open. Yep, that does sound like office wall.
Opting to use the Selmas instead of breaching charges there. Oh, they have Claymores instead.
It's not, so that was actually reinforced. They had to use the Selmas.
Oh, okay.
It looks like Free Fire's getting ready for a possible run out here. Maybe not, as he goes to get that drone and then slink back into his corner.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very slow attack coming from Emotional Damage.
Yeah, it's a pretty standard attack. They're taking control of Office and Exhibition, working their way over to that drum side mezzanine, try and open up the gold wall maybe with their last charge on Ace.
Right. And it looks like Pre-Fire is just going to lurk a bit here and possibly hit them from the behind once this gets going.
Yeah, and with the lack of Nomad, he should actually be able to get up and get a free pick or two.
He really should. It depends on how patient he plays this. Because we have seen, especially in that game when we saw Conspiracy play Blind Bandits, sometimes you can be a little too patient.
Yeah, sometimes you can, but no one is checking their backs here, so it should be a free pick if he starts heading up right now.
It should be. It looks like our first contact, though, is going to be Rory picking up Geo. Sorry, that's our first contact here. But then Gluteus Maximus manages to pick up Nova. Oh, and Rory managed to pick up Teal. This might be a little too late flank. No, never mind. Gerard managed to pick up Rory.
Yeah, the picks are just going back and forth here.
Yep, he will easily pick up one. Will he pick up a second? No, but he will be caught out. He's going for a headshot here as Marks gets picked up from the side by Gerard. It's all down to Gluteus, and he will get killed. Just absolutely zero flank watch is a boon for Pre-Fire.
And all those picks were going back and forth, so he had plenty of time to make it there and pull the flank off.
Yes, he did indeed.
Now we'll see with the exhibit room whether Rho-Aias is going to do anything special or if they'll stick to a more standard hold like they did last time.
Yep.
we are probably seeing the same lineup, maybe not the Maverick from emotional damage.
Maybe not. When you have the Thatcher, you don't particularly need the Maverick. Hi, Pre-Fire.
No, and I like the Sledge here too.
Hopefully we won't see a team kill from the side of emotional damage this time around. But maybe we will, and at least it's
Protect your
entertaining.
bombs from being defused by
Yeah.
attackers.
Just remember, if you do double peek a doorway with a teammate, one of you should be crouching. That way you never team kill each other.
That is very true. Unless you have a shotgun, in which case it physically does not matter.
No, it probably doesn't.
That shotgun is gonna kill your teammate no matter what.
Yeah. However, if you have a shotgun on attack, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yes, sir.
What
10
is
seconds
this
left.
camera?
I don't know what this cam is, and I'm honestly very curious. It says that I'm still looking at a camera.
5 seconds to go.
Yes, and it says you're in terrace.
It does.
Attackers
No.
objective is to
Oh,
defuse
it
bombs.
cuts back
A bomb
immediately
is
to their
located.
perspective, though. So that's interesting. It was a beautiful view, at least, though. Can't deny that.
Yeah, it was.
Maven playing his Alibi. He's had a lot of success on Alibi in that 1.5 lately.
And Rho-Aias opting to open up the wall between Dragon and Terrace. I've seen that a lot by Pro League teams. I'm not sure how I personally feel about it, but we'll see if they play it right.
Indeed, Nova playing a very aggressive angle here. I like that angle. It's just it's a crazy angle, and he lets the Twitch drum go right by him. Won't really make a difference anyway because of the Thatcher EMP as Gerard picks up the first opening pick onto Geo. Gerard sitting at 4-1. Oh, I thought that was going to be another team kill.
Yeah, emotional damage here is just hitting straight to sight, opting to open up the wall immediately.
Yep.
Let's see where else they want to open.
I think it looks like they want to open that single wall over an office, but I could be wrong.
The VIP wall?
Yeah, VIP wall, whatever it's called. Oh, that's
Yeah.
a run out from Pre-Fire all the way over there. He manages to get away from it though. As a jump out
And a
from
jump
Nova. Getting very
was that?
aggressive here. Pre-Fire's already back on site. You're seeing a lot of aggression.
That was a 1-for-1 trade, so neither team in the advantage right now. However, Gerard should be known where he's sitting right now.
Gerard should be known, and it looks like Gerard is just constantly hitting that alibi.
Let's see. Taking their time, just holding angles, it seems, waiting for the defense to peek into them.
And you know what? The defense has done a pretty decent job giving up those picks to them. Oh, Gluteus will see the head of Pre-Fire, but won't catch it. But will be caught by Pre-Fire himself as a headshot comes back. This is now a 3v4 in the favor of Rho-Aias.
It's a very dangerous spot to be holding as the Legion here, but he
Gerard
seems to be
does
doing
pick
it
up
well.
one. Gerard pick up 2. Gerard doing very well for his team right now. As Pre-Fire jumps out. Oh, and Gerard will get a 4K that round.
Yeah, I believe so. No. The attack just not finding any of their gunfights. Well, let's see. This is their third defense, so they're going to go to Barbecue Kitchen. A lot of teams are liking Barbecue now over the Bedroom side, which you might see Bedroom in Ranked. But Barbecue, it's a lot easier to play vertical on. Has a lot more room to play around.
Yes, it does indeed.
And we are seeing the Oryx play that. Now this should be an interesting setup. And same picks from the attack, just opting for the Zofia over the Sledge this time. I would keep the Sledge if you know they're going to a tertiary site, but we'll see what they have planned.
Yes, we will indeed. I say that these defenses have been pretty strong from the side of Rho-Aias, but I also believe that they're just
Healing station set.
being very aggressive with it. What is going on in the chat?
Draco asked if he Alt F4 is what'll happen. They will be forced to play out the round, likely, depending on when. Is that a
10
Nope,
seconds
not
left
doing
before
that.
insertion.
There we go. That's more fun to watch.
I can't tell if that is his DPI or bot.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
I hope that that is not a spin bot. We'll have to see that.
I can't imagine that's a spin bot. Although, you know, sure.
Nah.
Who knows?
Who knows? And that's a spawn peek.
That's... I don't think that was a spawn peek. I
Wait.
think that was just him shooting randomly through the window.
Yeah,
And
that's
he
it.
picked up Geo. That's unfortunate.
Sounded like a one-tap too, so that was a crazy shot.
It did sound like a very crazy shot. We'll see what emotional damage plan to do here.
Yeah, they're pushing into Geisha and Delivery now. So this is the right way to attack this side, but we'll have to see if they can get these roamers out of the way.
Even does
Which
manage
does-
to pick up Rory.
Yeah, now Geisha is completely free for the defense, so the attack is going to have a hard time finding any room here. But they find Delivery and Pantry.
They do find one in pantry. Problem is, like you said, with that geisha control that they have above, they can just open that hatch and then play it.
Yeah, and we already heard it get open, so there's no way to walk into kitchen right now. Do they know about this whiskey player about to
Attackers have
swing
located
them?
a bomb.
I think they do, and they managed to pick it up. Gluteus manages to pick up on Nova, and this is a 3v3.
Attackers dropped
Oh,
the
but
bomb.
Even
pre-fire
now,
above.
Yeah, vertical hole from drum, but
Ooh.
refrag.
Well, it gets the refrag, and now it's down to a 2v2. Oh, he doesn't... Oh, Maven's still playing that hatch, and Gerard's playing down in sight. There's really no good way for them to approach this. Marks kind of needs to just move away.
Yeah, Mark should probably choose to attack somewhere else, but there's no room now that the Geisha player has moved downstairs.
Yep, and Maven's gonna pick up that kill. That drone is good, but it doesn't catch any of this movement.
Seemed like the attack tried to push in too linear, and they couldn't find those crossfires they needed, and just got destroyed by the network set up by the defense.
Yep, the defense, they made a hole directly above to be able to watch that push in.
Yeah. Like, even with the trade, they were up in man count, so it didn't really matter at that point.
Yes. But we see Rho-Aias, after losing that original first round, managed to take 3 in a row now on their defenses. They're
Yeah, it seems like if they aren't forced to use their knives, they can actually shoot the enemies.
Yeah, it does seem like that.
Yeah.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
However,
the bomb.
still a lot of game to be played.
And we are seeing a Valkyrie pick this round. That should be interesting. Where are they going to set that up?
How are they going to set that up indeed? Let's watch Draco and see where these cams go.
Well,
Riveting.
yes. And it looks like he has paid a lot of money to get that skin.
Yes, he has.
Should be a very similar hold here. I do very much like that they are not bringing the Cav this time, opting for the Valkyrie here.
I do agree. I think Valk is not as strong as she used to be, especially as we're seeing a lot of people bring IQ. And especially as a
Yeah.
lot of people are familiar. Like, if there's a Valk on the board, you play differently. You try to avoid standing on soft floors and all that.
But with a map like this, where it's so big inside, and you're not really gonna be pushing directly from the outside in a place that's not contested by the defense, all these Valk camps are gonna be very important, and they'll see a lot of the attacker movement once they get in.
Yep. It does look like Freefire wants an opening pick here, and he's going to go a little aggressive here to try and get it. He's been doing a very good job lurking so far.
Bomb
And the
located
Twitch
by
drone gets
attackers.
into sight already.
Does Rory's taking a lot of damage from those smoke nades, and it's going to kill him.
Oh no!
That's unfortunate. Rory just kind of gets
Yeah.
stuck there. Goes for the rappel, which just holds him in that smoke nade even longer.
Yeah, and that's 2 frag grenades off the board that they weren't able to use.
is 2 frag grenades off the board. It is also another opening pick, and Rory disconnecting. It is too late for a rehost, so we will pause and try and get him back in after this round.
Yes.
Looks like we actually do have Claymore set up this time to watch the flank for emotional damage as they push in. Oh, and there is Maven sitting on those stairs waiting for Geo to come on down, and he manages to greet him.
And these Melusi, I forgot the real name for them, but I always call them Pweb-Webs.
Yes, they are
those
called Banshees, I believe.
Banshees, yes. They're proving to be very useful in all the information they can give you.
Free Fire just waiting to shoot that Claymore so that he doesn't give away his position, and he does a really good job managing to pick up the Therm, but then Mommy Marks and Relic managed to push back a little bit, pick up some of their own frags. Relic with another one, and now it's all down to Nova and Draco, but Marks is all alone now. But Draco has really low health. And Draco's trying to deagle her from a distance. Nova's pushing up, and she's just not aware. Or Maven pushing up, sorry.
That makes me wonder, how was Twitch able to get in and just walk into T there?
I'm not entirely sure. We did see Maven was just playing on those stairs, so it must have been the other doorway.
Yeah, from Black side? I doubt they were able to walk in Shrine with the Valkyrie there.
It's possible.
Yeah.
We are pausing the game right now to get Ruri back in.
Yep. So other than the knife round, this is very dominant half for Rho-Aias right now.
It is indeed a very dominant half so far. Gluteus Maximus does say he's coming. Rho-Aias looking to probably get out of here fast, get their 3 points, take control of solo first, at least for a day.
Yeah. And I believe if emotional damage loses this, they are guaranteed out.
I believe you are correct. They would be because technically they are currently still in it.
Yes. If they win all 3 games in regulation, they could get 15 points, which has a chance.
Yes, it does.
But if they lose, they'll be stuck with 12 points, which is already past. All of top 8 already have 12 points or more.
Correct. I believe currently, I believe Gorbert's Goons is currently sitting at 12 points right now, and Gorbert's Goons does have the head-to-head tiebreaker.
Yes, we do.
Alright, I'm going to hit resume.
Okay.
We can go ahead and get into that a little bit about tiebreakers and stuff as we wind down, because it looks like we could have a lot of tiebreakers going into this final 2 weeks.
Yes, we could. A key note with the Bro League format that we have is round differential does not matter in our league.
At least according to the current state of the rulebook. I don't know if the mods have any idea to change it. I feel like it's a little too late to change it at this point, considering we're about to get there.
I wouldn't, and if they did, they would have to go in and change a couple of the rounds because of certain rule violations. But we don't really need to get into that. It happened in the past and it's all been fixed now. And as long as it doesn't matter to the standings, whatever.
Right. So the first head-to-head tiebreaker is going to be purely head-to-head.
Yes.
Oh no. He threw it on the wall as it was being reinforced, and that does destroy Cade Claws.
Yeah, you can destroy drones. I've done that numerous times. Mute jammers, Cade charges, anything that is too close to the wall there.
10 seconds.
Very, very unfortunate. But as we were saying, the first one is head-to-head. The second one
should be overall wins. So if you have more regulation wins, then you would win the head-to-head, or the tie.
Yes, I think it does go to how those wins came about.
Yes. Or maybe it's overall wins, like more wins, like if you won some overtime matches, which means you had more wins versus the other team only having regulation wins and losses, then you would win.
It's possible. I'd be kind of curious about that, though. Would you... Because let's say... as Relic picks up this first pick on a Maven, let's say a team manages to win, I don't know, let's say 5 regulation wins, and they're currently tied with a team that has 3 regulation wins, and, like, I don't even know if these points would line up. 2 regulation losses, or 2 overtime wins and an overtime loss, or something like that. I don't even know if those points line up, but let's just say hypothetically that's a situation that could happen with that kind of discrepancy. I'd be curious who they would give the tiebreaker to.
Yeah, it would be weird. And then, of course, we always have the option for a tiebreaker extra match for them to play.
Yes.
So, up to the discretion of the admins on that. However, we're already in, and both teams have a pick on this round already.
Both teams do have an opening pick so far. Rory is just running around on the roof. Geo does manage to pick up Pre-Fire. That's a big second pick. Sorry, not an opener.
Yeah, and now the attack in a 4v3 with half the round left. They're looking good for this attack. Hopefully they can get this second round before the halfway.
Yeah, I mean, a 4-2 half going on attack is perfectly fine.
Yeah, especially on a map that you don't necessarily know completely.
Yeah. Oh, Nova does with the SMG-12 pick up Ruri. That's rough. SMG-12 is a painful gun to use.
Yes, it is. But now everything's evened out, and Nova barely not dying
By
there.
attackers.
Teal does manage to pick up a kill, as Gluteus manages to get the refrag, so now it's down to a 2v2. All that's left now, and then Geo picks up Nova. It's all down to Teal now. Teal on this Thunderbird. Knows roughly where both of these players are.
Now, will she be able to win either gunfight?
We will wait and see. They're going for the plant now.
Oh.
Does not have C4, has impacts. Oh, and won't look to the right to find Geo. So we have a 4-2 scoreline for the side of the in favor of Rho-Aias going into their own attacks.
Yeah, Rho-Aias looking very dominant. But emotional damage with that knife fight and this last round of the half, they're still in it. And
They are still in it.
Yeah, we're going to karaoke and tea, so another default rotation it's starting to look like. See, a keynote here is Rho-Aias is bring the Nomad, which we saw would have been very valuable for emotional damage on some of those earlier attacks.
Absolutely would be valuable for Rho-Aias. Or for emotional damage on their attacks. My bad.
Yeah. Otherwise, we are seeing a Nook again. That was brought by both teams now.
Nook is seeming to be a very popular pickup for teams. We saw it picked up a couple times on both sides in the Blind Bandits versus Conspiracy game. We're seeing it again here. It's looking to be a increasingly popular pick, and probably mostly due to the fact that a lot of teams like to get on drones or cams early on.
Yeah.
And Nook prevents that. Oh, Geo does manage to pick up a drone though.
You can still see her even if she is in her ability, sort of, if you know what you're looking for.
Yes.
However, her FMG9 with the 1.5 and having frag grenades and the Deagle, I believe, she has a really good kit to be able to walk around and make those solo plays.
Locate a bomb and defuse it.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Now, it's a very spread out attack, it looks like. They're opting to go for Black Stairs push, maybe the window.
Does look like it as Gerard shoots that. Why does everyone have black ice for the AK-12?
I don't know. Maybe you just need to get lucky.
I don't have luck. I mean, I do,
Yeah.
but not when it comes to skins in video games.
And yes, we are seeing the Black Stairs and possibly Geisha-sided attack here. They're opting to push direct.
Doing burn to get rid of these ADSs to try and get rid of that shield. They will get rid of that shield, but Geo's going to pick up the opening pick onto Nova. That Nook is not going to find anything, but Pre-Fire then gets it on Ruri. Ruri having himself a fairly rough game, it looks like, so far.
Now the smoke player here playing close with the shotgun should be able to get anyone who tries to walk into Black Stairs.
Yep. Oh!
But he misses.
That's unfortunate. He crouches into the Pre-Fire headshot by Pre-Fire himself. Maven does get taken down by Marks, though, and then Pre-Fire gets the refrag. That's a triple kill for him, looking for his ace. Teal Banana slowly walking around outside, and Gerard's going to drone in as they look to provide pressure from Geisha.
A bomb has been
Geo and
located.
Gluteus.
Yeah. Now it's a 3v2 with Geo barely making it back to site. He's still sort of isolated off on the shrine side, but
Does catch Pre-Fire from behind, But Gluteus
Yeah.
will be picked up as well, and now all that's left is Geo. Ooh.
And with the Frost Mat, this is a really good position for Geo. And that's the round.
Oh no! Okay, it is.
I almost thought. Oh god.
You and I both thought that was going to be the round, but you were the only one bold enough to say it until the kills came in.
Yeah. I mean, it should have been the round right there. But, you know, sometimes stuff happens and it can flip.
Sometimes these things happen, you know.
Yeah. And emotional damage with their first defense, looking pretty strong. That black push that was sort of made popular by Astralis recently at the last major, where they would push in that black stairs and just rush in with shields and get plant down. Could be an option next time that Rho-Aias goes there, as they didn't bring the shields last time.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like that black stairs push.
I did like that black stairs push. I feel like that's, if you're not going to go for the full clear, doing just a hard hit, like a punch in the mouth hit on top black stairs is the way to go. There's only so many angles the defense can watch you. But we will see a return to this site. I would kind of argue this is... I don't know. I don't know how I would rank the sites on Skyscraper, to be honest. All of them have their flaws and their weaknesses that can be exploited.
Yeah, they all do. Personally, I think Exhibition and Office here is probably the strongest. Maybe Barbecue and Kitchen is stronger, depending on your coordination.
10 seconds remaining.
But as we saw from that last round, the attackers can easily rush in to Karaoke if they do it right.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
But we'll have to see how this attack goes. Looks like they're doing a helicopter side into Exhibition Karaoke. Likely.
It looks like Pre-Fire is going to take that knock away from his compatriot Nova. Nova having an uncharacteristically rough game, only 2-7 right now. Might be what he's trying to fix right now with his aim training.
Yeah. But we see a full rotate over to the Samurai balcony here.
Do indeed, and Pre-Fire's already taken down. I think that was shots coming in from Rory. I think that was exactly what occurred. And now Teal is taking some damage too. This is a very strong position that Rory finds himself in. I wonder if he'll be able to get a kill from it instead of just damage.
Okay, and they used the Thatcher to get rid of that barricade.
Pre-Fire says, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. They get that drone in, figure out where Rory's sitting exactly, and then they pre-fire him. Flashbangs are being thrown in by Therm now. I don't think they plan on just jumping right in, do they? Oh, that's unfortunate.
That timing horrible.
Oh my...
no!
No, Nova does get picked up by Geo, and then Maven in confusion eventually finds the refrag. It looks like Pre-Fire is looking to make his entry down here.
Yes, he is.
As Gerard picks up Relic, it's now a 2v4.
Yeah. But they are holding really good power positions, and they still have that shield up on the office desk right now.
They do, but it looks like this wall is going to be open.
It's too late for Bandit.
Yeah. How did he live?
He should not have lived there.
He should not be alive right now. As Pre-Fire slowly works his way up main stairs, house stairs, as they are sometimes occasionally called. He will not find anything, but Maven will find one, as Marks is now all alone on site. She is all that's left. Does pick up Maven. They know where she is now. She's kind of stuck, as Pre-Fire will pick up the other.
And surrounded from all sides there.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Rho-Aias still needs 2 more rounds to clutch out the win. So emotional damage still has a lot of time to work with here if they want to fix up that defense there.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were just a little bit over-aggressive on some of those gunfights, maybe. I'm not sure what could have changed there on their side.
I think probably it's just unfortunate. I think Rory probably tested his luck a little bit too much in that position. He downs Pre-Fire, does some damage onto the Thatcher, but now that they know where he is, they're not going to fall for it a second time.
Defenders,
Yeah,
protect your bombs.
and he should just be using that shield for the sight lines in it, so he can still be peeking that samurai window without having his head visible.
Right. I don't think there's anything that they outright did wrong that round. I just think it was some unfortunate circumstances. It's a 50-50 sometimes on whether or not you down someone or not, and in that situation, he downed him instead of killing him.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
And looks like they're having trouble getting that shield back there again. But they find it.
Here, so, but they get it. And now he realizes the shield is in a wrong angle.
Yeah.
10 seconds to search.
I wonder how they're placing this shield for
I
that
think
angle.
it could possibly be that the Banshee is now going to prevent him. Oh,
Yes.
Attackers are
on
moving.
site.
Will not be able to get it with a Banshee there.
Geo comes back, says, I'm sorry, and moves the Banshee aside. It is also possible that the shield might not... Oh, no. Oh. Come on. When it comes up like that, that means he can put it down, and he will eventually. That's better. It's not ideal, but it's better.
Yeah, it's a little bit far forward for the angle they want.
Right. Oh. He's about to throw this nade here.
That's a smoke bomb already thrown.
Yep. And that's not going to do any damage to anyone, it would appear. Smoke getting very aggressive on Samurai, but no damage will be done to either side except, well, Smoke is actually taking a hit. Oh, Smoke just misses Therm. And goes for the shotgun, does a chunk of damage, but Gerard manages to win out on that fight.
Yeah, just over peeking there with the shotgun.
Yep, and now this
And
wall's
wall's
about to get
getting
open.
Yeah.
Nova manages to pick up Geo.
And that's full terrace control. They should be able to walk in and pinch out Office.
That is, Marks manages to pick up Maven in their position. Gerard manages to pick up Relic. This is quickly going south for emotional damage. Oh, as Gerard, I believe Gerard just walked in. He did indeed. He just walked in.
And Bobby Mark's the only one, but she's in a very strong position. Or he, she, I don't know.
Oh, that's a triple kill on the round so far for Marks. It's all down to her.
And this is easily winnable here.
Oh, just misses out as Teal Banana manages to pick up the kill. So that's a guaranteed point for the side of Rho-Aias, and they just need one more round to get all three.
Yes, it is. Let's see what site they opt to take. They could be going back to the karaoke room, which they had won previously. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do go back to that karaoke tee that they found success on. What is going on in the chat? Sorry, not for you. Okay,
I think they're complaining about Siege audio, which everyone does.
Yeah, you know what? Siege audio is just one of those things that will always suck.
Yeah, unless they've reworked the entire system, but at this point, they're probably not.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And same lineups, it looks like. Not much changing, but they are bringing the Warden here, which I really like as an operator right now.
I do like as an operator as well. We brought him on Oregon during the basement.
Yeah.
Location of a bomb.
I don't know. I think the way I would change what I did, I would still bring the Smoke or someone with a shield and a shotgun to make that rotate, and still play the MDX behind that shield. SMG-12 is just too unreliable.
Warden is not a replacement for Smoke. Smoke is still necessary on most sites.
Yes. I think, though, with the Warden, what we're seeing is a lot of blitz rushes.
Yeah.
I will say, though, we did get blitz rush. We had Warden exactly in that position. I activated the gadget. I didn't realize blitz was already on the shield.
Yeah.
You need,
sometimes
like,
the
barbed
timing
wire.
just isn't there.
You need barbed wire or Melusi or something to slow it down, because I forget the Warden gadget actually takes a decent amount of time to activate.
Yes, it does, which is why a lot of people you'll see run the angle grip on him. Not because it helps out that much, but his recoil is nothing, so it doesn't really make a difference, and that little bit of time can save you with him. Oh, and that nade.
Oh, whiff of a nade as Gluteus Maximus managed... that name is just so funny to me. Managed to pick up the first, won't pick up the second as Nova wins out the gunfight.
Yeah, and Geisha is completely clear now. They can just hop into sight and maybe even play that karaoke window.
They can indeed. We do see Pre-Fire playing this angle here on Shrine, trying to get anything. Maven taking some damage. And it looks like Warden is just running back and forth right now. Relic managed to pick up Gerard, but Nova managed to get the refrag. It's now down to a 3v3 once again, but the side of emotional damage, they have a lot more health than their opponents do right now. As that nade goes in. Oh, but he's not watching the run away from Frost. That nade was perfect, beautiful, but it doesn't actually watch to see the Frost go into a different position. As ADSs will catch that other nade.
Yeah. And the attack does know about the Frost now. They know where those Frost mats are. But you can't just jump in and shoot them out if there's someone standing there.
Right. You aim down to shoot those Frost mats and you'll just get killed by the person who's still holding the angle.
Yeah.
It's a little tricky for them. Looks like Nova's decided to swap tactics a little bit and will push top drum. Is he aware, though, of the Warden just sitting there? It doesn't look like it.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, but I think...
Yeah, this shrine position is very strong to hold off that entire black side push and drum.
Looks like Maven's going to do a full rotate over to go support Nova. Gio will end up picking up Nova, but someone will be downed. It looks like Ruri might have been killed from speed holes, but Pre-Fire picks up Gio. All that's left now is Mommy Mark stuck in a 2v1 with her teammate gone.
Yep, but the attack doesn't have the kit right now.
Attackers do not have kits, but they still have 30 seconds to be able to get in, get that plant down, pick up that kit. Marks is going to try and run. Oh no, just doesn't make it past Pre-Fire, and that's going to do it. Rho-Aias wins 7-3 to get all 3 points.
Yep, and now I believe Rho-Aias is the first team confirmed.
They are the first team officially confirmed for playoffs.
And on the other side of that stick, we have emotional damage being the first team confirmed not in playoffs.
Yes, sadly. This is not the end of the road for Rho-Aias. They do still have 2 regular season games remaining where they could play spoiler, but it is the end of their off-season hopes.
Yeah. And just really solid gameplay by Rho-Aias there.
Mm-hmm. They were playing very aggressive, but it was a team-wide aggression. They weren't ever caught out and caught completely unawares. They managed to get refrags. They managed to reconvene when things got too dicey. It was good communication by them. And the side of emotional damage, they had some solid rounds. They picked up some solid frags. It's just, the side of Rho-Aias came to play, and they wanted that playoff spot, and they got it. They guaranteed it. Yeah.
Sometimes those 1v1 gunfights just went in one team's favor, and that's all it took.
Yep. That's going to do it for us. That's actually going to do it for me this week, because the only game remaining this week I'm going to be playing in, and so is Chad, and so is Mythic.
Yes. Yep.
So you'll have entirely new casters tomorrow.
Yes, you will.
Oh, very exciting. Anyway, that's going to do it for us here. I wish you all a very good night.